Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today's story is called The Whisperer Below. There was once a small town nestled between rolling hills and a dense dark wood. It was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone else's name, and the local pub had more nicks and scratches than a cat. But that all changed when the whisper started. It began subtly, like the rustling of leaves or the murmur of the wind. People would hear strange whispers coming from the old well in the town square. At first, it was just a minor annoyance, like trying to read a book with someone loudly whispering in the next chair. But soon the whispers grew louder and more frequent, and people started hearing things like, "Come closer," or "Let me out." Some even swore they heard voices calling their names. The townspeople tried everything to stop the whispers, covering the well with stones and wood, even filling it with holy water. But nothing worked. The whispers just got louder until one day a young woman named Alara couldn't take it anymore. She'd heard too much, understood too clearly the words being spoken. She ran to the well, desperate to silence the voice that now echoed in her own head. As she leaned over the well, she could feel the darkness rising within her, coiling around her heart and twisting her soul. With a strength she didn't know she possessed, she ripped off the wooden cover and peered into the abyss. For a moment, she saw only darkness staring back at her. Then a single eye opened, followed by a second, and then a third. 3 eyes that burned with an otherworldly light. The whispers grew into a roar as something ancient and evil reached up from the darkness, tendrils of shadow snaking toward her. Alara screamed, stumbling back as the creature emerged from the well. It was a demon of immense power, its eyes burning with hatred and despair. The townspeople gathered around, their faces pale with terror as the demon spoke. It spoke of centuries spent trapped in the well, of how it had lain dormant, waiting for the day it would be freed. And it promised them torment and pain as it rose from the well. With a final roar, it lunged for Alara, his claws extended, his eyes blazing. She fell to her knees before him, her body trembling. But as the demon approached, she felt something inside of her snap. Her muscles became stiff and her limbs felt heavy. The demon's whispers had taken control of her, turning her into a living puppet. The other townspeople watched in horror as Alara rose, her eyes vacant and soulless. With a sickening crack, she turned to face them, the demon's whispers echoing in her voice. "Join me," she hissed, extending a hand toward them. "Embrace the darkness." And so it began. The whispers had driven them mad, turning them against each other. And now the darkness spread through the town, consuming all in its path.